Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Raw Yoga 614 Tuesday night class. All right, everybody, come down to your backs. And let's begin to ground ourselves, start to relax here. Drop the back of the head, the shoulders, everything down to the mat. And drop your hands outside your hips. Let your feet fall open. Go ahead and let your eyes fall shut. Soften the face here. Remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And just relax. Start to sink into your mat. Take it easy here. Start to let go of the stresses of the day, of the month, of the start of the year. Whatever you carried around with you for class tonight, let it go. Take this time for yourself. And as we're dialing back here, relaxing, maybe we begin to pay attention to our breath just a bit here. Establishing a rhythm for the practice tonight. Something for us to hold on to, whether we're climbing into a pose, taking it deep. We'll try it all together here. Help the nose, let our chest fill, let our low belly fill. Spread that oxygen throughout the body. Exhale, side out the mouth. Let's try it again. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, release. Inhale, we fill. And exhale, release. Let's see if we can keep that going. Right, slowly beginning to bring ourselves back to center here. We're still down on our mat, still taking it easy. Still keeping that same flow with the breath. In through the nose easy. Exhale, side out easy. Beginning in the base of our feet here, we'll slowly bring movement to the body. So maybe starting at our heels, we slowly start to work the feet from out to in, and from in back out. Maybe wiggling the toes as well, circling those ankles. Waking the body up and moving on. Move up the lower legs. Don't forget the portion of the body that's down into your mat. Making sure that while we're bringing these small movements to the body, we're also scanning the body, taking note of how everything feels. Good, keep it going. Movements up the lower back, up the core. Open and close those fingers. Take the fingertips and wrist up as well. Slowly making our way up the body, up biceps, triceps, arms, chest maybe. Start to send those shoulders down into your mat behind you. Roll them a few times. And we'll start to send them forward as well, bring them out in front of you. Continuing up, we'll go ahead and start to bring movement into the neck here. Slowly take the head side to side on your mat. Nothing rushed or force. Right ear down towards the right side of the mat, left ear down towards the left side of the mat, back and forth. All right, slowly starting to come back to center. Go ahead and bring those heels in towards the glutes. Got a bend in our knees. And we'll slowly start to sway the knees side to side. Windshield wiper motion. Back and forth a few times. Good. Let's go ahead and bring those knees all the way up towards the chest. Hands come around those shins. And we'll wiggle the toes, circle those ankles. Keeping those knees in the chest, go ahead and put the arms out to your sides, drop them out to a T. Hips reach for the right side of the mat first, keeping the knees together. We drop them both down on the left side. We're in a twist. Your gaze is over your right or back shoulder. Hips towards the opposite side. Take a few breaths. Good, and we'll start to bring those knees up towards the chest. Once they're back at center, we're working on the opposite side. Reach the hips towards the left side of the mat. Both knees drop all the way down on our right. Right. Your gaze is back over that left shoulder. You're in a twist once again. Take a few breaths here. All right, and we'll start to bring those knees back up to center here. Hands come back around those shins. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. Slowly peel those knees apart. Take as far as you can go and still be comfortable. Those knees, bring them back up towards the chest. Go ahead and put the legs out. And we're going to inhale, send those hands above head. So we're reaching towards opposite walls, fingertips reaching towards the wall behind you. Toes pointed towards the wall in front of you. Big reach here. And release. Bringing those hands back in, we are going to prep for our reverse plank pose. So we're down on our backs now. Go ahead. Make your way up to your seat if you're able to. We'll send those legs out in front of us. Arms dropping behind us for our support in the same way we would in our traditional plank. You want to make sure your shoulders are supported, fingertips spread wide. We're going to press up, chest is forward, legs straight out in front of us. Reverse. Strong hold. Don't have to hold it forever. And drop the hips back down into your mat. And bring the heels of the feet together. Hands come around those feet. We're in our butterfly here. Lightly start to flap those wings. Loosen those hips up a bit. At the same time you do that, you can drop your chin to the chest, okay? Stretch out the base of the neck. Maybe take a chin to chin, shoulder to shoulder. We'll come back to the center. Bring those feet a little closer towards the body, around the spine. Go ahead and drop the chin all the way down to the chest. Take a few breaths here. Release. We'll come back up. And from here, start to make your way into all fours or your tabletop position. Take your time, get it there. All right, so we made our way to our tabletop position, fingertips spread wide. Once again, arms in line, directly underneath our shoulders. We're locked here, elbows pointed forward. Knees underneath those hips. Our back toes are untucked. Nothing forced here. We are just going to sway side to side first on our mat. Use and take up as much space as you need to on your mat. You want to put a bend in the arms and come down. Maybe imagine the top of your back reaching towards each side of the mat. Out towards the right, out towards the left. Make our way back to center. Go ahead and flip the palms. 2 at a time is too much. You can just do 1. Fingertips are flipped, facing back towards the body. And we're rocking back and forth over those wrists, distributing the weight, getting a good stretch here, warming those wrists up. Great for those typers. Feel like everybody's a typer now. A few more breaths here, and we'll start to make our way back up. Put those palms over, face down, and again, rotate those fingertips back towards the body. Just a few seconds here. We'll go ahead and shake it out, flip those palms back, make our way back to our tabletop. Take a few breaths here. All right, we're going to warm up with some cat-cows here. As we inhale, we're going to round the spine, drop that chin down to your chest, press the mat away, drive those hips forward. Exhale, release, and the head and tailbone up. And drop that belly button down towards your mat. Repeat, rotate. Inhale, fill up. Press the mat away. Exhale, releasing the head and the hips up. Show the flexibility within that spine. Let's try it again. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. And again. Let's do one more of each here. Inhale, fill up, round the spine, hips come forward, press the mat away. Exhale, release, and lift. All right, beautiful. Make your way back to the center here. And on our next inhale, we'll go ahead and send that right arm out in front of us. Left leg pops out behind us. We're in one long line here. Our spinal balancing. Draw that belly button up towards the spine. Strong core here. Exhale, drop it all down to your mat. Let's try it on the opposite side. Inhale, send that left arm out. Right leg comes out behind us. One long line. Make sure that that right hip isn't raised or rotated up. Just drop down towards the mat. Toes pointed down. Good. Bring it back in. Inhale, right arm comes out in front of us. Left leg shoots out behind us. As we inhale, bring the feet in to meet the elbow, round the spine. Exhale, release, reach long. And again, inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, release, reach long. Drop it down to your mat. We'll inhale, send the left arm out, right leg shoots out behind us. One long line here. Knee to elbow, around the spine. Exhale, release, reach long. Knee to elbow. And reach long. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring the hands and knee back down to the mat. Shake it out here. Maybe rotate the shoulders, drop the head. And on our next breath, we'll go ahead and press into those palms. Tuck those toes behind us. Lift the knees up to a hover. And from our hover, go all the way up into your down dog. So fingertips spread wide, head is dropped between the shoulders. We're pressing up into that V shape. Raise onto the toes, stretch those calves out. All right, beautiful. And from here, go ahead and walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Knees are bent here, head is dropped. Go ahead and grasp opposite elbows here. And we're going to pull those elbows down towards the mat for your ragdoll. Swing or sway side to side. And heads drop. Of course, you use the pulling those elbows down towards the mat. Bigger the stretch you have in your shoulders. And we'll release those elbows. Knees are still bent here. You're able to go ahead and bring the hands behind the knees and interlock them or around the thighs. And we'll hold here. All right. And we'll go ahead and release. Drop those hands back down towards the mat, and we'll slowly start to walk ourselves back out into our down dog position. And a couple breaths here, small movements, pedal it out. We'll set our gaze forward, put a bend in those knees, and go ahead and walk towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift here. We'll forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands above head. Start to make their way down towards heart center. Good. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Put a bend in those knees. Step back. We're in our plank. Exhale as you lower down. Untuck those toes. We'll lift up into our cobra, come back down, press yourself up into a plank. From your plank, we're back in our down dog. Those are the movements. Let's see if we can go through twice. Breath for breath and fluid. Let's try it here. Gaze is forward and step up towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Forward fold, halfway lift, and fold, step back. Roll all the way down. Cobra. Press yourself back to your down dog. And let's try that again. Gaze forward, bend the knees. Walk towards the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Come all the way up. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Step back. Lower all the way down. All right. And from here, we'll send that right leg out high behind us first. Step through to your lunge. Come all the way up. Hands to heart center. Forward fold, frame the foot. Step back. Lower down. Make your way back to your down dog. And we'll try it on the left side. Come all the way up. We're high on those back toes. Frame the foot. Step back. Lower down. Make your way to your down dog. And we'll try it again on both sides. Play with it, have fun with it here. We'll go through once on each side on our own. All right. We'll make our way back to our down dog. And from here, gaze towards the top of the mat. Step or hop towards the top of your mat. We'll halfway lift. Forward fold. Come all the way up. All right. We'll take our gaze towards something in the room that isn't moving. And prepare for our tree pose here. We'll start to shift that weight into our right foot first. At the same time, we're going to raise the left knee and send it out. Open up here. Place the foot against that right leg for your tree pose. And once you're comfortable there, open those branches up. We raise high. Bring them back down. Bring them in. Release the foot. Knee shifts back out in front of us. Go ahead and place it down into your mat. Pedal those feet. From here, we'll go ahead and sink down into our chair pose. Hips are back. Make sure you can see those toes peering out in front of those knees. Bring those hands from high or above head. Heart center, sink a little deeper. And we'll twist to the right first. Put the outside of that right thigh with your left elbow. You can stay here if you wish. Always have the option to open the wings up. Drop the lower hand down towards the mat. Opposite hand goes high. Close those wings. We'll come back to center. And let's twist to our left this time. Put the outside of that left thigh with the right elbow. And open up. Close those wings. Shift back to center. And fold. Halfway lift. And fold. We'll halfway lift, fold, and as we inhale, come all the way up once again. Hands start to make their way towards heart center. We're preparing for our tree pose. Tree pose. On our left foot this time. So go ahead and shift that weight into your left foot after finding something in the room that is moving. Right knee starts to raise. We'll open up. Go ahead and take that foot against the left thigh. And open those branches up. Once you find yourself rooted, fingertips reach high. And start to make their way back towards heart. Release that foot. Right knee shifts back out in front. We'll lower it all the way down. Inhale those hands. And we'll forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Go ahead and step back to your plank. We're holding that plank strong here. 5 seconds. After 5, go ahead and lower all the way down. Let those toes untuck behind you. And take a few breaths here to relax. All right, toes untucked. Go ahead and bring those fingertips towards the top of the chest area, elbows tucked in. And as we inhale, we're going to lift up for small cobra. Exhale, release, come down. Inhale, lift for your cobra. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, release. And from here, we're going to start to fold that right foot up towards our right glute. So we're bringing that foot in. Right arm is going to reach back for that foot. And we're going to stretch that left arm out in front of us. Go ahead and rotate onto your left cheek. And we'll take a few breaths here. Maybe on your exhales, you're pulling that heel of that foot closer in towards the glute. Good. We'll release. Drop that foot down to the ground. Reach that right arm out in front of us. Rotate onto the right cheek. And that left foot is coming in towards the glute. Left hand pulls that foot in tighter. Right. And release. And we're going to go ahead and bring that right foot back in towards the glute. This time, both hands are reaching back for that foot. So if it's easier, right hand first, left hand follows. You can come down to whatever cheek feels comfortable. Beautiful. We'll release that right foot and work on the opposite side. Left foot is coming in towards our glute. Left hand reaches back for the foot first, followed by the right. Both hands pulling that foot in closer. Right, we'll release that foot. Toes are pointed towards the wall behind us. At the same time, both hands reach out in front of us. And on our next inhale, we are going to lift the arms, head, shoulders, thighs, legs off the mat. The only thing down is our core, our torso. Start to bring those hands outside the hips and maybe lift a bit higher. Exhale, release, drop it all down. And we'll try that again here. And start to make their way back towards the top of the mat. And reach out in front of us. Imagine your Superman here. And as we inhale and lift, everything comes up once again. Strong core, hands make their way down towards your hips. Lift a bit higher. And start to fold those feet in towards the glutes. Right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. Once we get there, kick into those palms. Lift a bit higher. Exhale, release. Drop those hands back down. Just above the chest, tuck those toes. Press yourself up into your plank. And from your plank, go to your down dog. Hips go back. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Gaze comes forward, step or hop. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands raised above head. Slowly start to make their way in. Forward fold. Six back. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Try it again. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands make their way towards heart center. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And come all the way up. Right, we are going to attempt our dancer pose. Standing tall at the top of our mat. Start to ground ourselves, work on the left foot. Send that weight into the left foot. Oh, sorry about that. So our left foot. Start to bring that right foot in. Looking into our palm. Standing tall in that left leg. Left arm reaches out in front of us. Come back up. Release that foot. Please come back overhead. Do that again. Pressing the arms above head, reach tall. Those knees towards your heart. And we'll start to heel toe those feet apart. Slowly sink down into our squat. Take your time here. Those knees up, line up. Those elbows to open everything up. Sink. Feel free to let the eyes go shut here. Relax. Sway side to side. Makes it easier for you. Go ahead and plant those palms out in front of you. We'll come down to our knees. Probably in your tabletop here. Widen those knees. Toes touch behind us. Go ahead and sink back into your hips. Let's all come down to our child's pose. Chest and head down at your mat. And then come down, take a few breaths here. All right, starting to come back to center here, making small movements. Take the forehead side to side on your mat. Wiggle the toes, fingertips. And we'll start to come back to center, taking your time. Go ahead and make your way to a seat. Bear with me. Right. Sitting up tall here, go ahead and drop those hands outside the hips. Circle the ankles, wiggle those toes. Right. Go ahead and start to bring those heels in towards the glutes. Play with our abs just a bit here. Hands on our shins to begin with. Go ahead and sit up on your sit bones. So sit back rather, we'll balance here. Nothing forced. Just feet raised off the mat. And go ahead and release those shins. Raise the feet if you're able to. And we're just gonna hold here. Maybe add some movement, flutter kick those feet. I'm gonna finish. Come back to center, maybe extend a leg. Get to know that core. Flutter kick those feet. And we'll come back up. Take a breath to all right. Prepare yourself to go up. Once again, hands on the shins to begin with, and we'll just balance on those sit bones first. Release those shins, feet raised, flutter kick those feet. Maybe incorporate the fingertips as well. Play the piano and dance. All right, go ahead and drop those feet and heels back down on the mat. Straighten those legs out once again. Create a little bit of space between the feet. You don't have to be super wide, maybe the width of your mat. Right. Sitting up tall, toes pointed back towards the body. You're gonna reach out for those toes. If you're not able to grab the toes, that's fine. Halfway lift before going all the way down. Fold head is the last thing you drop. Release those toes. Come back up here. Go ahead and fold that left leg in towards the right leg. Seated tree. Toes pointed back towards the body. Inhale those hands above head. We'll twist towards our left. So torso twist towards the left. Drop the right fingertips on the right toes. Head on that shoulder. Left arm is coming over the top. Same breath. Started off the class. Inhale through the nose, filling up. Exhale inside and out the mouth. Release those toes. And start to stand that left foot up. Let it cross over the right thigh. Make sure the foot is flat. You don't want it on the side. We'll inhale those hands above head. Twist towards our left once again. Open up. Left arm drops behind us. Right arm is over top of that left knee. Your gaze is over your left shoulder behind you. We'll release. Make our way back to center. Cross that leg over. And work on the opposite side. Bring that right leg in. Top. We'll release those toes and that right foot up. And it's time that the right leg cross over, the right foot cross over the left leg. Inhale those hands. Twist towards our right. Right arm pops out behind us. Left arm is over top of that right knee. And we'll release. Make our way back to the center. Cross that foot back over. From here, start to make our way down on our mat the same way we began. We're all the way down. Hey, go ahead and bring that right knee in towards the chest first. Both hands come over top of that knee, guiding it back towards the chest. And go ahead and let the right arm fall down to the mat. Left hand is going to guide the right knee across the body. Drop all the way down on the ground. You care more about that right shoulder being down into the mat. For your switch, your gaze is over your right shoulder as well. And we'll start to make our way back up to the center. Bring the knee back up. Go ahead and open up here. Send that right knee out. Fall down to the ground. Breath here. We'll go ahead and bring that back up to the center. And send it out. Left knee starts to make its way in. Both hands come around that knee. Pull it in towards the chest. Right, and from here, right hand is going to guide the left knee across the body. All the way down to the ground on the right side. And our left shoulder is back into the mat. Gaze over that left shoulder. Start to bring that knee back up to the center here. Go ahead and open up, let it fall out to your left side. And bring the foot against the right thigh for your falling tree. And take a few breaths here. Right, and we'll bring that knee back up. Send it out. Right leg. And from here, slowly bring both knees into the chest. We're aiming for our happy baby here. So we're reaching for those toes. And it's really builder's choice here. You can bring the soles of the feet together. Get them in closer towards you. Pull on those toes. Stretching out both legs or just one as you pull one in. If we can't lose here, pull those knees closer down towards the armpits or the mat. Whatever feels good. Release those toes, drop those heels down, close towards the glutes. Press those palms into the mat, down by your heels. So inhale, go ahead and send the hips high for your bridge pose. Engaging those glutes and those hips high. Maybe we lift our right leg off the mat here as we lift. Drop it down. The left leg reaches high. You drop it down. Send those hips down into the mat and prepare for our shoulder stand if that is part of your practice. Start to bring those knees in. Lift. And support our lower back. Toes pointed towards the ceiling. One on one here. Creating that stretch in our shoulders. If clouds part of your practice, drop those toes overhead, send them behind you. Good. Go ahead and send those toes back overhead. Lightly allow your body to come back down into the mat. And we're going to start to find our final resting pose. So legs straight out in front of you. We'll inhale, reaching those hands tall overhead. Hands reach behind us overhead, toes point in front of us. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, release. We'll go ahead and try that one more time. Last big stretch of the day. Inhale, both hands overhead. Toes point in the opposite direction. Reach, reach, reach. Perfect. And we'll release. Once again, finding our final resting pose. Awesome. You drop those hands down by your hips. Let your feet fall open. Eyes fall shut. Whatever's comfortable for you here. Take these next few moments to relax. Small movements beginning to come back to the body here. Taking it easy. Easy as possible. Begin to make your way onto your left side into the fetal position. And here, go ahead and make your way up into a seat. We close out the practice. Knees to heart. A big pat on the back for those that made it out to their mat tonight, dedicating time to their self-practice, their self-healing, whatever it is that they seek. I bow to the light that shines within you. Namaste.